My name is Walubengo. I'm a lawyer, a businessman, and I'm a charity worker. I'm also an alumni of the University of Nairobi. I'm also currently a student of the Kenya School of Law in Karen. Of late, people who know me on the net and in my personal life, they ask me, Philip, why are you so angry? Why are so many of your updates on Facebook or your posts on Twitter or your emails so angry and so disturbed? And they're like, you ought to calm down and take it out. And I'm like, perhaps you are right about that. I might need to calm down a bit. But this is the truth. If we have an emotion in our minds, in our bodies, in our brains, it's because God placed it there for a reason. Okay? There is a use for it. There's a use for grief, for sadness, for happiness, for joy, for laughter. The same way there's a use for anger. There's a philosopher and he's a trainer, he's a leader. It's called Anthony Robbins. And he says the only things that will change your life, right? It's either something which causes you great pain or disgust, or something that brings you great sadness. So it's one of those two things, because humans don't change based on the fact that they want to change. They will claim they want to change, but they won't. The only way you change is when you leave your comfort zone. Now, anger is one of those things. As Kenyans, we need to get angry that our country is not being run the way it deserves to get run. We need to get angry that the police are not what they are meant to be. We need to get angry that we have a new constitution that has been hailed worldwide as a constitution made under one of the most consultative processes in human history. It is a wonderful document. But already, just at the beginning, there are so many people who are trying to break it down and scuttle it, right? People need to get angry about these things. When you have a government that blatantly, in your face, shows you they're being tribalist and they won't change and no one will tell them to change, that's something we need to get angry about. And it's not anger which causes violence. Not that. It's not anger which brings hurt. It's not that. It's anger which makes you sign a document which says this is what the president must do. Okay? It's anger which makes you go to the streets, whether you're from the lower class, or the middle class, or the upper class, or the elite. It's anger which makes you realize if you don't do something and stand up for your nation, for your brother, for your friends, eventually it comes to you. It's that anger we need. And guys, talk about it. People must get angry. For heaven's sake, Christ got angry. He went to the temple and found Shylocks and guys selling dish and meat and whatever, and he whipped guys. That was God on earth. And he got angry and whipped people. So who are you to tell me that I cannot get angry when my God, when your Savior came here and got angry? And we all know he lived his life as an example of what we ought to have done, right? And he got angry. He was angry at the taxmen, angry at the lawyers of that day, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, right? The guy was angry about it. So anger is very important. Gandhi was angry. That's why he gave his life to try and stop all of the oppression and sadness in India and worldwide. Mandela was angry. They even called him a terrorist. A terrorist, I guess, is the extreme version of anger. Yeah? The USA just removed Mandela from the list of terrorists just the other day. And that's like, after guys asked, what the heck are you doing? You have someone that has stood for freedom, peace, reconciliation for so bloody long, and right now you guys still list him as a terrorist. Martin Luther King was very angry. Read his speeches, listen, watch his videos, listen to what he said. He was extremely angry because when your people are being oppressed, right? When things are meant to be right and they aren't, and you know they should be, why should you not get angry? If you don't get angry, there's something wrong with you. Either there's something missing, or you're a doormat, right? You're willing to get stepped on by everyone. Anger is not a bad thing as long as it's used in a constructive manner, which helps you and helps people, which gets you on your feet, which gets you to say something, do something that's going to make your life or the life of the ones around you better. So if it's used well, anger is a tool that can help us. And very simply, the things which would make us angry. Guys have got these rallies for prayers and all, yeah? For the so-called suspects of the SEC. What about the victims? We've had IDPs for 5 bloody years. No one cares about them. Where are the rallies about them? Guys hold prayers for these guys. And there's a mistake which guys make. Just because the court says we shall listen to your prayers, they don't mean real prayers. They mean like like legal prayers. So there's so much to be angry about. I see the clergy, the church. I see leaders who claim they stand for progress, and when stuff is done wrong, they say nothing about it. When there's corruption, when there's tribalism, when the people are being hurt, they say nothing about it. Then when a big shot, a leader is held to account, that's when they come out to pray for them. Shame on them and the ones who